Hello everyone, and welcome back to
Hello, Ross.
RMcD&D. Hi Johan. Fuck off, you little motherfucker, interrupting my... God damn it, Philip!
Excuse
I hate
me,
you
you
all.
just started while I was drinking, so I couldn't say anything.
Well, you could have not done
Yeah,
that.
but I had both hands full. I couldn't just drop the bottle and mute myself.
How big
right?
is the
Because
bottle that you need both
it's
hands to
very
hold
big
it?
and it's very full
Well,
with
that
water.
explains
And
a lot
I'm
of
not
things the other night.
left-handed, Ross, so I couldn't do that with my left
It's not
hand.
that
so.
big. I could easily grab one. I mean, I've got a lot of practice with holding something
You're
that size, so...
ambidextrous, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so, yes, RMcD&D, Army of the Damned, Episode 3, Part 2, Bonjour, mon ami, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, hello,
Buonasera.
Buonasera, whatever that fucking
Means good evening in Italian.
There we go. Hola, señoras. Okay, so, you guys are all comfortably sleeping in your own homes when just shy of dawn, echoing throughout the town is the sound of horns
What?
blaring.
Oh, I thought it was somebody going, "Ah!"
What, like a, is it town's horns, or?
Yeah, it's the town. The town are basically blowing their horns.
Okay, Yeah.
What,
Iruk goes over to the stove. Goes over to the stove, puts the flame on as low as possible, takes the lid off a little, and walks out. Maybe first, I guess, walks out the door and sees if he can hear anything or see anything.
Ross, do you have my long rest?
Yeah.
That's the song that's playing.
It actually doesn't matter.
Lol. Lol. No, it's more like it's more like
It's probably like the next in the list. Like this
What,
one.
mate?
it's more like this.
Exactly.
Shall sound in the deep. One last.
Or is it the horn of Rohan?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck? That
Maybe.
doesn't even have the horn. What I just like doesn't even have the fucking the horn banner. That fucking
Because,
stupid video.
Ross, it's a quote.
I know, but
No.
I wanted them because it instantly cuts to Gimli doing it, so I don't know why they couldn't. There you go.
In the extended version, it does activate the sound.
Now for wrath.
Yeah.
Now for ruin.
No, it's like the same thing as they prepare to ride. Like they get on their horses and then they cut to Gimli running up there.
Force the Avengers!
No, yeah, it does play.
Hey, of course it does.
Right, anyway, sidetrack.
That fucking movie's so good.
Yeah.
I forgot how good Two Towers is.
Oh, it's so good. I'm just for rap and for rain. Oh god,
I remember the
doesn't
first
make
time I
it.
saw that, and it was like
I just-
full on goosebumps.
And that man, you just want
I
to
just
make it
love
play
how
for
they like
for Rohan.
how good the movie looks, even though it was shot in '99.
Right.
Oh yeah, like the cinematography of that film is amazing.
Just a round of applause to fucking
Yeah.
we fucked up the hobbits. So
Yeah, he fucked up the Hobbits pretty bad, but
how'd
Yeah.
you fuck that up? I don't know. Anyway, okay, that's a distraction. So yeah, that's played in throughout the town. And yeah, you rush outside, you see some activity from the gates. From I guess you can hear activity. It sounds like a large crowd
What
or
does?
something.
Can you specify activity?
Large crowd. It's not screams or anything, but like the noise
So
of
like,
a lot of people.
do they do charade, or are they doing the
Well, you can't
pantomime?
see from the door of your house.
Is that a thing? Is that game called activity for you too in English?
Like, what pantomime? What charades? Are you talking about charades?
Okay, so in German there's a board game. It's called Activity, and you have to it's a team game, and it's not only charade or pantomime and all that stuff. You have do a lot of different stuff.
It's
Yeah,
right.
points.
I'm no idea.
But it's also drawing and explaining and
With
shit.
this charade.
charades plus Pictionary.
I guess.
Yeah, charades doesn't have. I guess. Yeah, I think.
Oh wait, charade and pantomime is the same. Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Irok wakes up T. It's like, wake up! Wake up! Like his beard is in your face, all craggly and tingly, and you wake up immediately. Probably
Okay.
sneeze.
I sneeze.
Yes.
Audibly.
That's what I want. Get up. There's something afoot.
Aloof.
I'd have mounted my horse as I'm calling to arms.
I feel like that slightly takes longer than you think it does to mount a horse. Okay.
Bullshit, does it?
Yeah, it does. Everyone normally gets their horses prepared for them.
Also, Johan, I have a question for you. Do you have spell slots?
Absolutely not.
All right. Well,
This is cinematic, Ross. I jumped straight on it.
Yeah, Iruk is like, come on, T, no time to waste, and he turns into a horse. Okay, jump on.
So so at the gate, basically a group of what looks to be refugees are being escorted in by some Cathars from Shadowgrange, and the priests have left the chapel and are currently tending to them. Some of them are wounded, and basically a bunch of villagers have wandered out of their houses, and the sky is turning pink with dawn at the moment. So it's really early morning, and the gates are wide open, and everyone's just curious and gathering around the crowd.
Oh, so it's not like a call to arms.
No,
okay.
no.
I feel like Zeros has overacted slightly.
Yeah, he's like in full arms, like, get ready! Like, swinging his flail over his head, like, riding towards us,
that's
behind
exactly
him.
it.
It's just like he's doing Gandalf's storm down the street, right?
Yes, that is correct. And then he sees a group of harmless refugees.
Yeah, but he doesn't stop. He just rides them all down, like smashing in there. It's like, oh!
Faroon!
Yeah.
Faroon even. Faroon!
He's like on some weird mushroom trip and like slaughters everyone. Yeah.
He's on bath salts. He's got some bath salts from somewhere. He's just got crazy.
Yeah, it's like he does this once a year, whenever he gets home. So as soon Iruk sees there's no danger afoot, like he comes riding towards there, like stands there for a while, and then he turns back into his own self, and T is sitting.
With them, by the way. They have
What?
some carriages and horses as well.
Okay, and so now T is sitting on his shoulders, like when he turns back.
Aren't you tiny?
Huh?
Aren't you tiny?
Who's an elf?
I'm 6 foot, Johan.
Oh, wow.
He transformed back into Iruk, and then T's just like sat on his shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm tiny, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I called you a dwarf earlier.
Well,
I'm like Iruk is like super, like he's not very strong, but he's a very slender guy, like very spider-like limbs, very
somehow I thought you were tiny.
no.
So who seems to be ushering them and organising them?
Yeah, it looks like Captain Levy is taking charge and is like ordering like this Cathar's like basically managing them and like, hey, let's bring them into the gates. We must get the gates closed. Make sure everyone's here. Is there anyone left behind?
So I'd ride up to Levy at that point.
Ready for action, I see, Zeros.
Well, someone rang the horn.
Yes. just in case.
Well, why are the refugees here? Where are they from?
They're from Mordor, they say.
From Mordor?
Yes.
The black gates are opening.
Mordor has fallen.
What?
There's worse things in the world than Mordor in this land. Yes, they've escaped.
There's been a murder.
Oh, this derailing. Anyway.
Sorry.
Yes, they fled from Mordor from an army of walking dead. You might say they're an army of the damned.
Are you going for the Pirates of the Caribbean type
No,
thing?
that's the name of the.
I was imagining like the Walking Dead intro playing in the background now.
I'd get a cinema sins for saying the Army of the Damned there, because that's the title of the episode. Ding.
Right.
Yes. What would you like to know? What would you like to see?
Is there any substance to their claims? An army seems a bit far-fetched.
Well, that's what they've told me. They're obviously in a state of what's the fucking word? Shock, emotional distress,
Disarray.
disarray. So whether their word can be taken as truth, but they all have said the same thing, and such a conspiracy is unlikely.
That's true. Maybe
Speak
part
with
of
them
it-
yourself, Ross. I'm sure I know you have a discerning eye. I'm sure if there's any flaw in their statements, you'll be able to pry it apart.
Maybe a part of me just doesn't want to believe it.
Yes, troubled times. Absent protect, yes, absent place.
Ross,
Philip?
does Irok know where Morda is?
Yeah.
Is that like, does it mean anything to him?
Oh, it's not far at all, is it?
Oh, that's exactly where we need to go.
That's where Siros was before, so
Ah, right, okay.
if you remember.
Troubling times.
Indeed.
We should make sure the people are safe and rested and looked after.
Yeah, it looks like Levy's all organising that with Flora and getting them all sorted and getting bedding laid out and stuff in the chapel. So you can rest at ease there. We've been well looked after.
I would then beckon to tea. You've got a horse now, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Maybe we should confirm these claims.
I mean, it's the direction we have to go to any. But is Sirius part of our group yet? Is he like?
Yes, we have fought on his side in battle, and he seems to have warmed up to us a little.
Okay.
I mean, he
Yeah,
talks
then
to
I'll-
us now.
He talks to you with a slightly lesser amount of disdain.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
No, you definitely get the feeling that he is being a bit more acceptable.
I thought it was like after we helped with the mayor, Sirius
Yeah.
felt more like less suspicious of us and more that we're just people who want to help.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. As he's seeing your actions match your words, I'm starting to believe
And
more.
also the whole, T being messaged by PM by saints that he admires,
Yeah,
right?
that's definitely one of the main reasons.
Yeah. Hey, do you know Abison? Yeah, I chat with him from time to time.
What?
He never replies.
Hmm.
Sometimes I get those ... as if he's writing, and then it just goes away again.
He says seen 2 days ago, Abington. I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
Please respond.
I liked all his pictures.
So is there anything you'd like to ask the survivors?
Yeah, I was about to say we would want to speak to them, but obviously make sure they're looked after first. That would be my words. I don't want to bother them till they're settled.
Okay,
Yeah.
very well. They're all...
So I assume we'd kind of fast forward a few hours to.
Sure, yeah, time passes. The gates have like a double watch on them. They're keeping an eye out over the flat lands, looking for signs of pursuing armies of undead. And yeah, they get settled down and they seem comfortable as they can be in a town that's not their own, in a home that's not theirs, without the people they loved and known for all their life.
Well, I wouldn't approach them immediately. I'd kind of speak to Fiona. What we got?
Fiona.
Yeah, Fiona.
It's her nickname.
Is there a
Big F.
leader of these people?
No, they've no one's taken charge. They spent a day rushing their horses furiously here, and in that time they'd one goal in mind: getting behind our walls. None of them seem to be particularly in charge.
Do any of them seem sound of mind?
Yes, we're hardy folk here in Innistrad, as you do well know, and though they've suffered greatly, they've suffered well. as you can.
Well, would you object to me asking them further questions?
Oh, from what I've heard, they seem most worried about pursuing us. So anything you could learn that would aid
Yeah,
defense, if such has to take place, would be helpful.
So we'll speak to them. See what we can find out.
Yes. Okay.
Who do I see? Do I see anyone?
No, you could just.
Basically, I'm kind of looking for someone who seems to be a bit more level-headed.
Yeah, sure. There's like one guy who's like maybe looking after the carriage. There was like he's a refugee, but he's helping the people put the carriages and the horses into the stables that they brought with them and stuff.
Yeah. My fellow, do you have a moment?
Ah, see Ross?
Yes. Have we met?
Oh yeah, you cleared out old rest Avison's place, her corpse, but old Avison's backyard. Avison's place, her corpse.
Avison bless her corpse.
Avison prays her corpse will not rise. You cleared out old Mabel's backyard
No.
of those festering
Old
beasts.
Mabels. She must have lost her Mabels.
Yes, we did. Sorry, it's been a busy few weeks. I apologise that I don't recognise you.
Ah, don't worry. I don't think we said much than a few words. I'm Jem.
Jam.
Jem.
Jam.
Damn.
Jem.
Strawberry.
Jem.
Tin?
Jem. Jem. Jemmy Jem Jem.
You can call me. My full name is Fitness Center, but my friends call me Jim.
Jim, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, I was up working the field in the morning, getting the carrots out for a nice breakfast, and a fog rolled in from the far bog, north of the town, you know, that dangerous marsh. It was thicker than usual, and it carried a stiff chill. Now, I'm not a superstitious man, but I can see that that's a bad omen.
Yes.
Oh, and then, not shortly after the fog descended, we heard the screams. The restless dead were upon us, Siros. Those that you had slain earlier. They came swarming out of the flog, shambling remains of folk like you and me, attacking the living, biting, tearing. Avison, protect us that we were saved. And protect the bodies of those who fell.
You say that there was an army.
At least.
How many? Are we talking tens or dozens?
Oh, it was impossible to tell when the attack happened. One moment, a fog rolled in, the next they were everywhere. But we saw them again as we fled across the valley. We looked back, and there was a clearing in the fog. See, Ross, there were hundreds at least, I'll tell you. Hundreds at the least.
And Fiona seems to think that you have worries they will follow you. Did you see them following you?
They were shambling around the town, but it seems likely that they're thirsty for blood. It's a bad omen. If they came from Mordov, where else could be safe in Innistrad? Or
Indeed.
Stadia?
I just worry that maybe forbid that they followed you here. However, rest assured, you're safe. You're in good hands with the church and the guard.
Let's just hope these walls can stand the clawing of 1,000 hands.
I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah. They're stone walls.
Yes. And also, there's the whole.
Are you hearing voices, Sirius? I feel
what?
like I'm hearing things.
Well, we're there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Irok is standing behind him, T is standing above him, basically.
Yeah, so-
because she's still on his shoulders.
I suppose Suros would be completely kind of oblivious to the fact that they're kind of following him around.
I assumed they were not following you.
Yeah, suddenly there's this voice. It's like, oh,
Yeah, so it's like, oh, T, Eric, you
Yes.
date us with your presence.
good morning.
There was a
Jim?
horn.
Yeah, I'd introduce you to Jim.
Say, were those shuffling dead? Were they only human?
Ah, no. Was it just dead villagers? No. It was mostly humanoid creatures, but I caught a glimpse of two hulking monstrosities lumbering about. They were twice my height, and the strength of 10 men. In fact, judging by the number of arms sticking out the creatures, they very well could have been made of 10 men. The abominations were smashing down doors and swatting away cathars like flies.
Did you get a close look?
As close as I saw through the fog.
Did they have any stitches?
I don't know, they didn't. Their flesh was discolored. One arm was different from the next.
Do you know anyone who's seen them up close?
No, anyone who was close enough died.
Hmm.
Nah.
Have some rest.
Not only, yes, absence
I'm-
protect their bodies. It wasn't just them. The strangest of all was a human girl walking around amongst these brutes. Peaceful, a teenage girl chanting and waving around. I don't know what it was. She was laughing and prancing around as we were being slaughtered left and right. Laughing. Must have been
Probably some kind of rebellion against her
Must
parents.
have been one of those
Some
male
severe daddy issues.
necromancers.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
command the
I've
dead.
heard of this age.
How could
I-
something so
I-
young be so wicked?
I like knock on Philip's head,
Irok's
head, and say that might very well have been the Gisa we read about.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I mean, there are other options. There's Olysia or other people, but I think sounds like Gisa.
Very, very worrisome, especially since we meant to make our way there. You reckon it's an option? I also look at Siros.
What, to visit Morgoth?
To
Yeah, I
pass
mean,
through.
it's directly on our way.
Where we want to go lies beyond.
Right now, I don't think that.
On your way?
Yeah, I would kind of draw these two away at this point. I don't think at this point the villagers need to know that we're leaving.
Well, they will eventually, I feel. It's just their right to know. They just came here in search for safety.
And they're still scared.
We have to be honest with them.
Not yet, we don't.
Also, the city has existed before we came 2 days ago. Will
Well,
continue to
I'm
exist.
not leaving the people.
So you're staying here or what?
Till we know that these people are 100% safe and the people of the town. I'm not.
I feel that Shadow Grange is perfectly capable of keeping everybody inside these walls safe. I feel
Yeah.
it's up to people like us to. Somebody has to stop this danger.
Oh, we will help.
Have you ever seen a snowball?
Kind
Do you know what a snowball does? It rolls down a hill and collects more snow, becomes a bigger ball. I feel this horde will do the same if nobody stops them. At the center should be this little girl.
I pat on Uruk's head and say, he's not wrong. We should. I think it's more important for us to. I mean, we are the mobile part of the city.
So at
we
this
should-
point, as you guys are talking, there's been quite a crowd gathered about, and everyone's obviously in the town is curious about the refugees and is interacting with them, and they're a bit more settled. And at this point, like as you're about to say, you're talking about being a mobile force. Like the crowd seems to like begin whispering and begin quite tumultuous. As you can hear whispers of the horde are coming here, they're coming for Shadowgrange, and like starting like to stir up and like start to become a panic.
So immediately Irok turns around and casts Druidcraft and like raises the volume of his voice, I guess tenfold, and says,
Tenfold, Jesus!
"Yeah, it's going
I think it only
apeshit
goes
on them."
threefold, I think.
So I'll say tenfold.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know how big the place is, how many people there
You
are.
can
Should be around.
spell, I'm pretty sure
Put it
says
this way,
max
if-
3 folks.
Yeah, I mean, he can speak in an. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
he goes very
that's-
loud, so
That's
everybody
like an
can hear.
increase of 10 decibel. So
Okay, well, he goes louder than usual, guys.
Isn't decibels logarithmic?
yeah, that's why.
I think
10
airplanes have them too.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so he goes. Rest easy. You will be safe here. Fiona and the church and the brave guards of this town will assure your safety. You,
Is there something in your throat, Sarah?
Well, screw you.
the warriors of light will protect you. Can I roll a I guess persuasion
Yeah,
check?
yeah, go ahead. And from like coming out the chapel, Fiona joins up and speaks
Ross,
with
I
you.
feel like this is like I'm speaking from I want to keep the people calm, and it's like a very wise decision to do this.
Mhm.
And I feel like I should roll this persuasion check with my wisdom.
I feel
maybe.
like you
I can't, or I can.
cannot.
Aww. Yeah, well,
Well, is it
people like there's this one guy who picks up a bin and throws it through a window. It's like riot.
So, is it obvious that the speech by Eric was taken?
Well,
not very well?
as I was saying, like they're about to like go. The guards, you saw what happened to the guards in our town. They
Have you seen Sven and Lars? Oh my god, those people can't keep us safe.
like Sven looks down and he's like, I'm protecting the town. But Fiona steps out and like
Sven and Lars are like in the people.
panicking.
No,
they
Sven
can't
is like
protect us."
bent over trying to tie his shoe, and Lars is like leaning over his shoulder and telling him how to do it right. No, you have to go above now. No, you're
Fiona
doing it all wrong.
comes out and says, "What are you not?" And says much the same as you. We're calling together a meeting of all the most powerful people in the village, and you've heard the manor has been cleansed by those three. We can fight back the darkness within the town as well as without, etc., etc. And she just speaks a bit, and all the Cathars and the priests, like the captain comes down, and they all like work to calm down the cloud, and not to well, serious.
Well, I mean, Siros, just take it easy. She doesn't need a persuasion check. You would have, right?
Stole my line still.
I'm sorry.
You can have said you helped in as well. And basically, everyone the crowds eventually
Whoa.
calm down. And yeah, she basically says to you guys to come and have a meeting with her.
So
If you're finished
Irok says,
with
I
your
guess that was our cue, and like, grabs T's feet so she doesn't fall off and starts strutting towards the church.
Yeah,
I feel like T should get a shot more and go sentry turret.
You're all gathered in the sitting room of the priestess's house. Here with you are Eckhart, the owner of the Silver Rose Inn, and Captain Levy, leader of Shadow Grange's local Cathars. Along with Priestess Flora, these people comprise the town council. Well, you all know why we're here, Flora says without preamble. If what these refugees say is true, there's a horde of undead rampaging through the countryside, and they'll be here in a matter of days. I've already sent scouts to the north to find out as much as we can, where this horde is, what their numbers are, where they're headed. Until then, we must assume the worst. Hundreds of undead will be at our doorstep by tomorrow. We must figure out what it is to be done by tomorrow night. So we have 2 full days, basically.
Ross,
Yes.
could I craft a device that I would like to... It's a work in progress, but I would like to call it the Holy Hand Grenade, which is basically like a vial that I can chuck that explodes upon impact, like friction, and sprays holy water everywhere. Is that something I could do? Or... No? Maybe?
Um,
Because holy water, like... helps
Sure, why the
undead
fuck
against
not,
undead,
Philip?
right?
I don't think that's gonna be that powerful. Okay.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go and fill up, like.
No, not like right now. Like something you have to
Okay,
work
just
on. Yeah.
yeah, go on. My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just curious.
You fucking like getting up from the meeting, being like, "All right, BRB guys." I just had an idea. So she basically outlines the case for the defence of the town, and what is available. They have 40 Cathars under Captain Levy, and he thinks they can get another 100 townsfolk of varying combat prowess. The priestess, and she's 10 clergy, and she can also call up 10 archers, including the Min Dutch sisters. Eckhart is of the opinion that you should just leave the town. Shadowgrange is the smaller settlements within a day's journey. The biggest is got a rancher community called Lamass, 2 days away, and there's also Silburn, which is a military strength. It's basically a group of Cathars called the Silburn Guard, with 100 trained fighters there, which is 3 days away to the southeast. So Eckhart is like, we don't have enough Cathars to hold off the zombie horde. We need to start evacuating the village and get the people south. I don't believe the village walls can hold, especially with this monster, 10-foot tall creatures that can smash through doors. Once they're breached, the walls, zombies would overrun the place. We must head south and seek defence at Silburn. Levy disagrees with them. He says, the gates and the walls will hold. The undead cannot breach our defence. Their superior numbers will mean nothing. Edgard, you have not seen the town. I believe in our men, and I believe in the people of this village. They can stop them breaking through. We've only rumoured words of scared folk talking about these monsters. I do not believe they can tear the town gates down. And Flora's like, well, abandoning the town is not what Avacynth would wish. There's the shrine to Saint Traft. Countless generations are in the village crypt, resting eternally in the blessed sleep. They cannot be forsaken to these necromancers. We should fight to the bitter end, if need be, to protect the people of this town and the people who have been of this town since its founding. Our destiny is in Avacynth's hands, and she would not want us to abandon our ancestors. What do you guys think?
So, Iruk sits there, and like I guess when he takes a seat, he lifts tea up, puts her down on the seat next to him, and after hearing those opposing parties, he says, I feel this calls for immediate action. This is the village that has been overrun. How many survived? I'm sure the people that died have joined.
There are
the shuffling
27
dead.
refugees. 26 refugees.
Yeah, but how many died?
No one knows, do they?
No, we don't know how many are resurrected. and
No
part of the
census in this day and age.
army.
Yes, well, let's just pull up the land registry first.
Yeah.
The town, I don't know, maybe there's 100 people in the town, I really don't know. Also, this is Captain Levy, standing guard, ready to defend
Well, that guy's badass.
Shadowgrange and its people.
It's a pretty sick hat.
Is that a tricorner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also a pirate.
I want his hat.
Where's
He has very big hands.
Where is he?
You can't see him? It's on my camera. Do you want me to take a screenshot?
Yeah, never mind. No, I don't have the cameras.
Hold on, I'll see if I can get it for you.
Have you got anything more to say, Eric?
I'm in favor of taking the fight to them.
Yeah.
I believe if there should be a larger force.
What can 3 men do against an army of 100? You should protect the people as they... Oh, wait, this is the pirate. You should
I
protect the
think-
people as they flee, or not be wandering off.
Right. Sorry, what's his name? Siegfried? Is it Siegfried Reinhardt?
Siegfried is the necromancer's alchemist.
Oh shit, the necromancer, is he?
No, he's the alchemist.
No, what's the pirate called?
Captain Levi.
No.
Levi is... Levi is... Eight cart shake, then keep
Edgard, to try and protect the people on the road would be as much folly as dilly-dallying and waiting, and as these two say, face them on the field. It would be impossible to protect the women and children without adequate defence.
The armies to the north, see Ross. If we travel to the south, we will not be harassed on the roads by anything more than the usual dalliances. And with an army in Cathars protecting the people, it will be no problem. If we're in the city and the walls fall, we'll never escape. They'll be on our heels, and there's no hope.
How long till they reach?
There's 2 days, tomorrow night, as we said earlier.
I say we prepare the land in front of the city. Dig ditches,
Mr.
lie
Guy,
fire traps.
Mr. What?
wouldn't Mr. Levi, wouldn't it be wiser to at least try to take out the head of the
Snake.
Snake.
snake? I assume the little girl or the young woman that was fighting with them was was controlling them. At least from what I know, those armies attacking cities should have someone controlling them, and if we can take out her, the army itself might not even arrive here.
It's awful whistle thinking, or there you've said tea. If you think you can go out and take out the head of the army, then by all means, I suggest you do. But this town cannot rely on luck, or the way the wind blows, for you to luckily hit the head of the army and for the army to disperse and not attack the town. Who knows, it might be on a set path and no one else can control it. I am not a necromancer, and I don't think you are either.
Not. But I'm glad to hear that.
My proposal, if you hear me out, would be you and your men prepare difficult terrain for the horde to stumble upon, where it can be easily trapped and destroyed by means of fire and maybe other weaponry. You have the infantry force of Cathars will hold them back at low risk, and if they get overrun, before they get overrun, they will retreat to the city. This will buy us, a small force, time to infiltrate them and kill their leader. We can't go in just in the middle of the night all by ourselves, because the dead never rest. But we can distract their head by facing them with an army and take them out from behind.
Wait, what? Facing them with an army?
We have no army. We've got a small group of Cathars.
40 Cathars that stand in their way will surely get their attention when we burn the dead in ditches we have dug beforehand. It is a difficult task, but everybody who's able to work can do that. So we
You would
not
give up the
exhaust our
defense
troops.
of the town to make a defensive position in the field?
I said 1 mile out, and as soon as the dead arrive, get too close, people retreat in the city, and there will be a whole next line of defense.
We're not a trained military force, Eric. I don't know what you've worked with before, but I don't expect my men to be able to march a mile and regain the walls as quickly as the horde chasing them could be. I would rather put the defence to the town and focus our efforts in these 2 days not on learning how to dig ditches and spending hours and hours where they, who knows what direction they'll come from if they come from the north and strike true on the defences. I'd rather...
Irok looks incredibly pissed and looks at this guy. I assume it's who is that speaking? Levi or
Levi? Yeah, the guy.
Levi.
Cathars.
The distance is not the issue here. If your men are too fat and not fit enough, we can make it 10 steps. What I'm saying is, we need to distract them, lure them in, make them think they can reach us, put them all in one spot, and strike from behind. Concentrate their main force at a point where it can't reach the assassin.
So you want to put 20 men in front of the walls to the village, with some defences where we'll have to learn about. I assume that you are skilled in siege defence, that you know of these and how to prepare them.
I can make a tree grow and repair your broken chair, but I'm afraid it is the best you've got.
And then take another of these men who have not seen battle in many a year, take them away from the village and come in at the back of this, what seems to be a ginormous horde, in hopes of attacking the head of the horde, such that when we kill the head of the horde, the entire undead will fall down unresisting.
No, they will be disorganized. They won't be as dangerous as before, I assume. And what I am saying is, your people will be safe. I will be out there, and whoever wishes to join me.
We're wasting time arguing about the semantics of a plan. I agree completely with you, Eric, that we can't sit here and wait for them. However, I disagree that we should leave the walls. What I propose instead is we prepare the defences, and not per se go to assassinate the leader, but we can harry their forces as they advance. Possibly hope to whittle them down before they get here.
Well, I see you're struck with the foolish notion of defending the town, and that lad has 2T. What about yourself? This is 8-card talking. Well, would you advocate fleeing the town and seeking our people to safety instead of locking ourselves in our own grave?
What can you tell me about the effect of these? What are the trees called, Ross?
Living wood.
Hawthorn trees, yeah, living wood.
Yeah, on those hawthorn trees on undead.
It's only for vampires.
Ah, okay. I mean, I believe this city is fairly well defensible. If you go anywhere else, the army will probably follow you. So unless you have a secret keep.
He just said, he said he wants to go to the keep.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that was his starting thing. He said he wants to go. So basically, he's 40 Cathars, but there's a settlement called Selburn Tower, which is a base of operations for the Selburn Guard, which is at least 100 trained fighters.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I think it would be wise to evacuate the city.
We'll have 2 for the evacuation. Will you not be unturned? And Priestess Fiona's like,
send a pigeon.
We can send our fastest rider.
Send our fastest driver
to bring the men there. 3 days journey for us to get to there. So say the rider makes their horse whips their horse to death. Give it a day and a half. The man gets there, tells them he's to come back. We'll already be attacked before they've even set out.
I'm under no illusion that we're not in this alone. But the reinforcements could serve to help if this siege lasts for
Can
more
we
than a few days.
can we specify again how many undead there are? Like in this
Hundreds.
shuffling okay.
Look,
And how many like how big is the population of Shadowgrange? So we have like 40 Cathars, 100 able-bodied people, then like probably a few priests, and Fiona, who is
There you go,
pretty.
copy pasted it.
I'm pretty sure Fiona is like able to kill like 200 at least on her own. So actually, I'm pretty sure we can make the stand.
yeah, I believe that we got as good a chance as any in making a stand at the town.
Also, we don't know if there are any other armies out there.
Yes, we just differ on what we do in support of the defence in
Very
Europe.
rarely are. I won't argue against an otherwise unanimous position. I'll accept the decision to stay in the town, but on your heads be it if we fall.
Now we just need to decide on the specifics of the defence.
Irok raises his voice and says, "As the intermediary alchemist of the city, I accept this burden."
And I guess we're just giving the most disdainful look like, what?
Yeah. So when will the
Basically,
scouts
Irok
come back?
says he doesn't give a fuck.
So the scouting group will be back basically this evening, I think.
Well, I'm strongly on the side of mobile tactics until we know how far away they are. Harrying guerrilla, would guerrilla tactics be a good word?
Yeah, that's what I meant, right? With digging the ditches and like preparing flame traps, like pouring oil. I mean, I have the alchemy jar.
Gorilla, that sounds like a pitched battle to me, Philip.
Yeah, the way that you described it, Philip, it sounded like we'd set up a defence outside with pitch traps, spike traps, whatever, set up a front line, and then fall back.
Yeah,
My
just
pro-
to lure them in, I guess.
You're sounded like Rome Total War 2 to me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, I don't have much experience in
No,
guerrilla
that's-
warfare.
My proposal is that
I haven't played XCOM 2 yet.
My proposal is we set up the defences. We set up whatever traps we can, oil traps, spike traps, whatever. In the meantime, we take a small group of our best mobile fighters and try to pick them off as they come closer.
Well, Sylvia's out there with the scouting group now. She's probably your best bet for a mobile fighter.
Well, I assume when Sylvia is back,
Wait,
we'll
is
have a
Sylvia
better
the
idea.
Fletcher?
Yeah.
Damn, I wanted to go over to her shop, profess my undying love for her, and like spend the last night of my life with her, you know?
She will be back tonight, so once she's back, we'll have a better idea of the numbers. And you can do whatever you wish to do.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
thank you. I believe I've known her for such a long time. It's time.
Well, okay, so if you've decided on defending the town, but just you're waiting for more information and...
Yeah, so we're definitely defending the town, but we're waiting on the information as to the composition of the army.
In the meantime, I believe... Oh, no, sorry. In the meantime, I believe that I can reignite the holy wards on our walls, but I'll need help doing so.
Can you bless the ditch water?
Are any of you... it costs silver to turn water into lure. Can any of you...
How much?
25 gold
We
pieces.
have a silver spear. We could just...
Any character proficient in intelligence, religion, can choose to aid her in
I will-
performing the holy rituals.
Wait, I think I'm proficient in religion. No, I'm not. Damn
Okay.
it.
She needs help to do it.
But I cannot help if I'm not proficient, right?
Nope. Is anyone
Yeah.
proficient in religion?
No, unfortunately.
Johan?
Oh, wait, am I? No, I'm not.
Well, you can't do that then. Levy suggests finding runners, suitable messengers among the conscripted townsfolk to relay information between the characters and council members. He says you guys would be best suited to convincing a townsperson to do that. The fuck is a diplomacy check? Diplomacy's not a thing. The fuck. Shake is saying, you know, he's resigned himself to this is going to happen. He says, the conscripted townsfolk are going to be terrified. These men are not fighters. They're not farmers. They're shepherds. They are farmers, shepherds and tradesmen. They need confidence.
Shepherds are the most courageous people I've ever met.
They need confidence to do
They
well
protect
in
their
battle.
flock with the help of a dog and a stick.
I hope now that you've decided on defending this place that you will make sure that those wielding arms for the first time stand strong with confidence in their back and their head held high.
So at this point, like, I would start doing the whole Aragon at Helm's Deep thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, the bit where he's seeing the townsfolk and kind of like interacting with them, letting them know that he's on their level, he's with them.
Okay, yeah, give me what would that be? What should we make that? Give me persuasion check, I guess? I guess it's persuasion.
Yeah, so performance maybe?
Performance. Whatever you feel like you're using, say us.
Well, my performance persuasion are exactly the same, so.
Yeah, so everyone's you going around playing up this to your strengths, showing them how to wield their weapons, squashing any talks of hopelessness. All of that is really everyone's talking about. No, we can stand strong. Seaross believes in us, and I believe in the Seaross that believes in us.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me, who believes in you.
Exactly.
There's a montage of him like telling how to grip swords, and then the last shot is him standing naked on the wall with his son behind him playing the bagpipes.
Is there anyone that like properly takes my eye, like, you know, make a good connection with, like Bobby, the 15-year-old cripple?
Actually, well,
what is your name? That's a good sword.
Well, actually,
Exactly.
Jim, you see Jim, and you come over, you have a word with Jim, and he's like, after there's like a shine in his eye after you speak to him, and he's like smacking the dummy and hitting it with his sword, spear or whatever.
Is he a level 3 fighter?
If you'd like.
Your people, you know them well. That's a question, by the way.
Jim, yes, well, I've lived in Mordor all my life, under the watchful eye of Sauron.
That's a mayor.
You learn to keep a lookout for the others with you. I wish I could have done more to save them, and I will slaughter them as they come over the walls if their bodies have been reanimated. I've always wanted to stab old Mabel in the face, so.
Well, I just want you to believe in Avison and Itza, and they'll protect us this night.
Yes. Seaross,
But
your words.
I can trust you to protect your people.
I will stand strong with my brothers from Mordor, my fellow Urukai.
Fucks.
Captain Levy also says that
The Urukai aren't from Mordor, man.
he says the best chance. I don't want to say this, but with the best chance of survival, we have to give everyone who can arms. Elderly, children, any person able to
can't.
wield a weapon. But
Is anyone of able hands?
Isn't that the definition of people who are not able?
However, the townspeople might not be willing to send their young and their old into battle. So perhaps you guys can convince them.
I thought that was my interaction. That's what I'm trying to do. Like,
Okay,
determine
sure, yeah.
who's-
Yeah, I'll let you do that too. Okay, so a bunch of young and old people take up arms.
And then I'm trying to
50.
judge, like, basically I don't want anyone younger than like 12, and I don't want anyone who's not able-bodied, like and obviously like someone who's got hip issues or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone who can't fight at all.
Mhm.
But if he's just a little bit slow,
Why? I want to hit him in the face, she was. Why?
No, it's like you
I
make
wanna
the
punch
infant
a
cavalry, right? Where you take the kids on your shoulders and they get lances, and so.
Yeah, that's actually pretty, not bad.
I mean, T and I am gonna do the same, so she's gonna be able to
you
wield
could
the
just
spear.
operate completely normally with a bunch of.
so are we basically saying that these 50 are all young and elder that come across?
Young and old, yeah, those are the people you recruited as
Okay.
well. You also did the other thing. Good.
Well, the decision I'd make with them is that they stay with the women and the children.
Oh no, I want to punch a woman right in the face. See what? I want to whack him right on the walls.
I'll leave that to the big boys. I know that you'll be able to protect your mother much better than I can.
So meanwhile, the Cathars are like training the people gathered in the town square with hunting bows, pitchforks. They send out people to get people in from the outlying homes and farms, bring them into the city. They're barricading the chapel and reinforcing it because that's where everyone's going to stay, just in case the walls fall. The gates being reinforced. More barricades are being put along. And the main pass, should the gates fall, like here.
Did we? I wanted to make sure that we are setting some form of people on stuff outside the city as well.
Yeah, you also get 4 healing potions between you.
Oh shit!
I'll take one.
I already have one.
Yeah, I mean, we all have one each.
So who gets the 2?
By the way, during most of the preparation, since I can't help with the ritual, I'm like back at the alchemy shop and finish the potion of giant strength.
I would have suggested as well, like how long does it take you to make a potion?
So it's like I already did 25 gold worth, so now I only have to do 15. So, and since this was as like the dawn, so I guess I should be finished around midday.
Yeah, sure.
Because the reason I ask is like maybe beneficial, maybe for alchemist fire, something like that.
He's got
If
some.
Definitely, I think I can do that.
You've
Yeah,
already
but more.
got some.
I know we have some, but we need more.
Well, apparently it takes 1 day for me to craft like 50. Wait, how much? I don't know how much it is actually.
A vial.
Huh?
I think it's a vial.
Okay, it takes me a whole day to like concoct one, I guess.
It's one.
Yeah.
Do you think your time is better suited making something else?
Well, I mean, Ross, I tried to look up what the potion of giant strength does. I assume it gives you like extra strength.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was going to give that to Ceros.
And makes your strength 21.
Fucking hell.
Damn. Wait, so you use strength as your attack attribute, right?
Yep.
T, what about you?
I use my. I think I can flex, but I'm not. No, I think I use my dex mostly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think
So,
everything's finesse for you.
yeah, so I'll give that to Ceros. And yeah, I think then, I mean, I could make like oil of slipperiness, but that would take the same time as the. Oh no, I can't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna produce an alchemist's fire then.
Well, you do whatever you need to do with your time, whatever's best. But yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll say, just to go back, was preparing stuff outside.
So if the horde arrives in 2 days, that is like after I finish the potion of giant strength, or since dawn.
You worked on it yesterday, so it's
Yes.
so you've got 1 more day.
Yeah. Okay. So good. Then I will craft alchemist fire on the last day.
You
Before
sure
the
that
hordes
done?
arrive.
Yeah. Okay. How are we splitting the healing potions? Shall I take 2?
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be front line, and if they hit me, I'm gonna be down anyway. So
Alright, I'll take 2 of them.
yeah, I'll have one,
um,
and
The-
T takes one as well.
Yeah.
Other thing, I guess. Sorry, just to get back onto it. Preparations outside, like what?
Yeah. Also,
what should we do?
Zeros, you can put in your inventory a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Potion of heal giant strength.
Yes.
Heal giant strength. So it's a
Yeah,
double
there's
whammy.
like Frost Giant and all that other jazz. So
Oh, hill giant. Sorry.
yeah, Hill, Hill.
So I'm assuming we could possibly make some form of like. I don't know what would be best to do.
So, I mean, are there cauldrons on the walls, like as in pouring oil down or something?
Could we not leave oil to settle on the water?
Yeah, that was I thinking. Oh, what I was thinking that too, but that would require shit tons of oil.
Yeah, that would require a lot of oil.
But we can put it on like where we think they'll probably attack most, which will be the drawbridge. And
I mean, we could just have it seep into the ground just before the drawbridge facing north.
I think the problem is if we leave it in the ground will soak it, and we probably may not actually be able to make any use of it. If
Yeah.
we leave it in the water, it'll just it won't mix.
Well, I mean, we could also just get like bunch of animal fat and like dung, dry stuff, and
Yes.
cover it up over there.
Yeah, flammable stuff. Put that on the outreaches, within bow shot.
Yeah.
And then I guess the only other thing that I would like
I really should have taken Flaming Sphere. Now that I think about it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, thought I would venture out into darkness though. So well.
The other thing that I would want to do is speak to Levi, about getting people to getting a team together or a group of people that are willing to go out and harass the army as they approach.
Okay.
I suppose we're waiting for Sylvie to come back, aren't we?
Yeah, no, Sylvia's came back. I posted it there.
Alright,
So
so
hours after the council meeting, the scouting group led by Sylvia confirms the zombie horde's travelling towards Shadow Grange from the north. It's comprised of about 400
shit.
zombies, 3 abomination, 2 dozen skeletons, and a female human.
What again?
Send the chat,
it's now
fellow.
in the chat.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Okay, so I'd speak to Sylvia about my suggestion to create like a harassing team or party that can harass them as they come closer.
She says she'd be happy to accompany on that, and like she talks with Levi about it, and it seems like like the rest of the Moontouch sisters are training because they think it'd be best use of them is having 2 more people who can fire a bow. But she'd be
Okay.
happy to come along with you on a ride out.
The only problem is I have no ranged capabilities for me to engage. I need to be in the
Well, I'm
danger.
sure the horde is not 100%.
So what is it like stragglers? So we could maybe like
Yeah, it won't be super tight. She says there's also like wooden wagons as well among the horde, and the giant skeletons were rolling, not skeletons, stitched, were rolling boulders as well.
So well, damn.
It's loosely organised. There were certainly some stragglers. But,
I still think we need to try and pick them off as they come in, but as to who does that, I do not know. Obviously, I understand we can't take your sisters away. I agree. Eric, team?
Iruk, I guess, is preparing the potions most of the time, but I mean, there must be some like idle time while something has to rest in the pot or something.
yeah, wait for
So
5
during
hours, start one's left.
during that time, I want to study the journal of Siegfried as to any hints of weaknesses of the abominations. Like, I don't know, maybe some hints of like some joints seem to be hard to attach to each other because of reasons must enhance like protection of knee or something. I don't know.
So yeah, there are quite a few notes about that, but you notice like for a lot of that stuff it's really outdated, Like he's
Most
talking
of that
about-
stuff is like full of self-praise. It's like, wow, I did a really good job. It's
Yeah.
almost impenetrable.
He's like, no, but he says like, we'll have to work on this and this. But then you're reading this like 3 months ago, and obviously the one he has in the basement didn't work. So
Yeah.
you wonder really how much is applicable. But let me just have a wee look then and see if there's anything I can tell you about them. Scroll. Brain power. Ayu. I've told them once right now.
Also, is there like a town architect or engineer, like somebody who builds the houses and shit?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, is there like a possibility that they would be able to build some kind of catapult or trebuchet or something?
No, Philip.
Why not? I mean, people do that.
How many times in history, you know how you're ready to say yes and fuck that? How many times in history have a small village who have no experience of siege weaponry built a catapult 2 days before they were attacked?
I don't know, Russ. This is a fantasy world.
No, never. It's what happened, Philip. Never.
Okay.
What the fuck am I looking for? God damn it.
Is there maybe a broken catapult I can mend?
Yeah, they have a broken catapult, Philip.
Yeah, it's like, this has been in the backyard for 80 years.
They also actually have an instantly kill all zombies within 2 seconds
Damn!
button, and they just totally forgot about it until you brought it up. Yes?
Could we? Have you seen Walking Dead recently?
No.
And here I
So-
thought I could foil your plans.
So basically, there's like one of the defenses used on Walking Dead's set up.
Poison doesn't work in them. That's what you learn, Philip. And they can
What?
see in the dark. Poison is useless and they can see in the dark.
Makes sense because they're dead.
So they set up cars with like rebar and spikes driven through them,
Uh-huh.
and then the zombies, as they press on, just obviously skewer themselves and pin themselves to it. Could we do something similar with some like wagons and kind of like, set some spikes off of it on the drawbridge to narrow the entrance and
So like put a wagon with a bunch of spikes over it.
yeah, so
it-
basically like spike traps, but in the hope that the zombies kind of like drive themselves onto it as they're hoarding up.
As they're pushing up onto the... Yeah, sure, okay.
Okay, so Ross, I'm gonna collect all the bean sprouts I can find and then make them like grow with my druidic craft and set up a lot of like, bean cannons, and I'm gonna collect all the rakes in town and put them out so
So that when they walk in the rakes, they'll
they hit their
stand
face and their head falls off.
That's good.
And the last line of defense will be lawnmowers. Yes.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good reference.
Maybe a big fan.
Sorry, Ross, what did you say like first when we started preparing? What was it, that action that you suggested before I started inspiring people?
I said warding the walls, find runners, boosting
yeah.
morale, more
We didn't find any runners, did we?
You could ask someone. I thought that's why you were asking people specifically, and then no, you were just saying hi.
No, I was trying to do the inspiration one.
I think T could do that, right?
Yeah, we definitely do need runners though, because otherwise we won't know what's going on.
Yeah. Because she could be like walking up to the children. It's like, I'm taking my role in this fight, and I'm no taller than you are. You can join us today. Be the hope of tomorrow.
Yeah, we suddenly print off a poster that Suros is going.
You really need to. What are you doing, Johan?
He's probably reading something.
He's so close
Yeah.
to the camera. What are you reading? It better be D&D related.
Yeah, better be.
I mean,
Latest League of Legends news! Threat! drops,
You is like
gold.
on Guerrilla Tactics 101 or something.
no, I'm reading up on what my character could do, but there's not too much. I can punch people, and I can punch people very good, but I can't really prepare against an army. I don't even have AoE attacks.
Oh, yo.
You're
I
very
can type.
dexterous. You should get like
help
holy water,
get
holy water
runners.
bombs.
You could help get runners.
Organize the people.
I mean,
Get javelins.
We need.
there is a scouting party out right now, right?
No,
They
they're
came back already and gave us the information you want.
But
It's in chat.
is there a party that like looking at the undead army, or
Well, they've
knows
said
where they
that
are?
They returned already.
Sylvia's happy to go
Yeah.
out, but her
But is
sisters
that-
are training.
Live Recon army or a live Recon group, or
Recon.
No, there isn't. That's what we're saying. Sylvia's happy to go back out. However, her sisters are training the townsfolk on how to use bows.
yeah, I would agree to. I would ask Silvio if he wants to head out
She.
again. She Silvio.
Sylvia.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
ask
she's the
Silvia.
girl that wanted me to find the plant that I tried to romance a little bit.
And failed. Let me just add that in there.
Yeah, I mean, I failed the first roll, but if at first you don't succeed,
Mm.
right?
Try again.
That's how I live my life, guys. So yeah.
I mean, that's how everybody should live their life, right? If you
Yeah.
don't try again, you could just kill yourself.
This is another advice from Philip. If a girl
Yeah.
says no, just ask to use inspiration and reroll.
It's not what I'm saying, but I mean,
I know. I was jokingly making fun.
yeah.
Twisting
Well,
your
Ross,
words,
I
so-
mean,
Don't cry about it,
Ross.
okay? Or kill yourself.
Ross, I asked Sylvia if she wants to head out again. How
She
fast
said
is
sure.
she?
She's got a horse.
How fast is the horse?
Same speed as your. It's a riding horse.
a riding horse has 50 feet.
Is my saddle finished?
Yes.
I take it. I ride out with Sylvia.
Does anyone else come with?
I would like to come with, but I think I'm still working, right? Or when
Yeah.
When do you
Yeah,
ride
yeah.
out?
No, the group came back and in. So you finish your. Unless you want to make your alchemist fire.
Yeah, I was about to say,
that's what I wanted to
yeah.
do. I
Okay.
was wondering which
You
day
can
we
make
were
your
at.
alchemist fire and ride out at the same time.
Yeah, so wait, how long? Give me a second. Before T leaves, how long does it last? Up to 1 hour.
I would argue that I'm too busy organising the townsfolk.
So I reckon like 1 hour at the point when they have ridden out 1 hour, they won't have even reached the horde yet, right?
Nah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna waste a spell.
I mean, they're a lot faster than the horde, but as are the, but not that fast.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine if they're on horses, unless they get crushed by a boulder, of course.
Or if they've made catapults. I don't know. Okay, yeah, sure. So you guys head out together with Sylvia, or you head out T. And in the evening, you basically come across the horde.
I give T my healing potions before she leaves.
Okay.
So you have 2 more.
Tight.
So it's an enormous horde. Just the sheer magnitude of undead moving together. It's a shock when you first see it.
How much is enormous? Like,
I already gave the exact
Thousands?
numbers of it. It's 400 zombies and a bunch.
About 430 to be
That's-
isn't it?
that's not enormous. It's like a small concert.
It's enormous. Make sure to emphasize the sheer magnitude of undead moving together, so characters are well aware that attacking head-on would be incredibly foolish.
I charged them.
Leaving immediately northward, you easily find the advancing horde within a day's journey. Riding horses shave off, blah blah blah. So moves as a loosely organized group. In the center, you can see 5 large wooden wagons, and the big guys are rolling like boulders. It's not so much an army, it's a large group of undead wandering in the same direction. There's no clear formation. And as you get close, like a few undead start to wander towards you.
Hello.
actually heading into the wrong direction.
What would you like to do, Johan?
How many are heading towards us?
I say 3 outlier zombies are rushing forwards.
We're rushing.
I look
Sharp
at what
fella.
Sylvia's doing.
Turning around.
She's
Probably.
looking at you. She's got like her bow out. She hasn't
Do their eyes meet?
bothered wasting arrows on them now.
Do I see anyone else? Anyone apart from the group?
What do you mean?
Like the girl people mentioned?
You look to the center of the place where the wagons are, where you assume she'd be, but you can't see her in sight. Examples of what?
Have a look at that image that I've just linked.
Oh, palisades.
Palisades.
Yes.
More like tank barricades, right? Like they had at Normandy on the beaches and shit.
Aren't they just like large, what are they called?
Caltrops.
Caltrops.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hedgehog is apparently the name for them.
So could we set up like rudimentary ones like that? Oh, come on, all it would be is lengths of wood
Sure.
sharpened and nailed together in a formation.
I guess like around where though, you can't cover the entire town.
No, it's just to kind of minimise the ability for them to hoard. So, like,
Oh, I see. Yeah, sure.
spaced out.
Yeah. Hey, Johan, Sylvia's like looking at you. She's like making sure like she moves her horse so that they can't come too close. She's keeping it like a good distance between the outlying zombies.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably kiting.
Yeah, basically.
Without attacking, just kiting.
Just kind of.
Are they? Do they continue to follow us? Or
No,
or
like
do they-
after a bit, they slow down and move back in the general gist of the horde. Like after a
Okay.
few rounds of chasing or something.
I want to ride after them for a minute.
Yeah, sure. You can ride towards them, and then they turn around and start walking towards you.
No, just I want to ride after the group.
Oh, I
And
see. Okay.
What exact is it? Just heading towards Shadow Grange?
Yeah. They seem to be as a whole. No one else seems to be splitting off or going anywhere else.
Okay, I'm unsure.
See if you can whittle any of them away. If you got ranged.
Wait, let's see. How did the was Sylvia part of the scouting group earlier?
Yeah.
How did she?
Oops.
How did she realize that there's the female human hurting them when we can't see her?
She says she was like out and shouting at them near a river earlier.
Okay.
They were bathing.
Time for taking naps. Get off your geller and get moving, or something. That's not what
I assume that the female human, is realizing that we are there, so I'm not trying to be especially careful. I mean, since I assume that she can see us, since the zombies can see us.
Yeah. Okay.
The abominations do they look like the thing we found in the alchemist shop?
No, they look. That's what the normal zombies look like. The abominations look like this. Oh, you can't see my camera.
Yeah.
That was really pretty. They have like warts everywhere.
Nice.
Let me get it. Falcon bag.
Ross, is anyone? Are the abominations protecting the wagon, or are the skeletons protecting the wagon?
Yeah, the wagons are right in the center of the thing
Of
of the horde.
the horde or the skeletons? Are the skeletons just centered around the wagons?
Yeah. The skeletons are like they're like interspersed with the thing.
Okay.
Okay, I can't
And
find
the
anything to
skeleton-
Google this without
Do,
getting
do,
erased.
do they have what kind do they have?
Sorry?
What kind of weapons do the skeletons have?
Bows.
Okay, so it is like an army.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
2,000 skeletons, right?
Mm-hmm. Couple
That's
of dozen
24.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we ride along. How far away from the city are they at the moment?
They'll arrive midnight the next day. It's like evening for you when you're out there.
Oh, Ross.
Mm-hmm.
At one moment when I sit in the alchemy shop, whenever like I scream out in mammal, tick, tick, and I wait till one of the squirrels comes over.
Okay, that squirrel appears.
Okay, I say, mobilize your troops. We need you.
The
We need
squirrels
every
march to war.
we need every nutcracker and burrower and yeah. I can make them dig a ditch. I can basically mobilize all badgers, and the badgers are ferocious, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I should mobilize the badgers, man. So I don't know. Maybe the squirrels can help, right? Like as little.
What do you want them to do, Philip?
I want them to carry notes, right? You can write little notes, put them in like collars around their neck, and then they can run as intermediaries between stations.
Come on, an animal handling check.
Of course.
Get the potion!
What?
Wasn't there an animal handling potion or animal friendly? Friend?
Right.
Yeah.
Wisdom, I assume.
Yep.
Ah.
If only
Okay.
you'd given them food or something. Me no.
Would have been so cool if I rolled a natural 20 though.
I'd totally given you like a 15.
Such
You
a
give them
tease,
food,
Ross.
man. I don't know why you don't give people food. That was like the very first check in all of D&D is the wolves and what is it, Lost Mine of Fandelver? You gotta give them
Well,
food. till
but
they-
I mean, I'm talking to them like from human to human, so like from one forest guy to another forest guy, and it's like, well, I mean, if you could help us out, I mean, they're gonna kill you too. So
Are they?
yes,
Are they gonna kill the squirrels too?
Ross, the undead kill the living. It's only gonna be a matter of time
Nice,
until the
nice.
first zombie squirrel appears.
You rolled a 10.
Yeah, that's true. I cast animal friendship on him.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Okay, you
No.
got that.
I'm gonna sleep anyways.
How long's it last?
24 hours, I think.
Okay. That won't be enough then, right?
Yeah, but he can talk to the other guys.
Yeah, I guess.
When you cast a spell using a spell, you can affect the one additional beast. Okay, so how long does it last? 24 hours. So I ask him friendly. I say, listen, can you maybe tell your friends that it would be really useful if we're all in this together.
We're all
you
in
think?
this together. Okay.
Don't you remember when the mayor put out little acorns for you and some walnuts? That's really nice, and I know he's not here anymore, but this town is his family, and I feel
He goes off and convinces
Yeah.
a handful of his squirrel friends to be messengers for you.
yes. All right, I tell Captain Levi, I guess, that I've solved the messenger problem.
You sure are a weird one, Eric, but fairly handy.
Listen,
I saw this. I'm into
yeah, and me too. Well,
It's great, I love it.
I try to apply my talents and not. Well, I guess I try to apply other talents as well that I don't possess, but
You try a lot.
I try.
So how long do you stay with the horde, Johan?
You have to do anything with it.
maybe 10 minutes and then we'll leave again.
Okay, so you don't wait until like
asked-
night falls or anything.
No.
Also, Ross,
I asked the... What was the name again?
Sylvia.
Sylvia, if she has any more plans with him.
No, I don't want to waste my arrows on them. I've barely got enough as it is.
That's true.
If only we had some sort of unlimited
If only we had a wizard.
attack damage. If only he visited all the shops. What was that, Ross? That was a weird thing to say. Same time as a spell would, Philip. Why don't
okay.
you just look up in the fucking G. Lasts for an hour. Potion of Giant Strength. When you drink this potion, your strength core changes for an hour. This potion's transparent liquid has floating in it a silver fingernail from a giant of the appropriate type. So have fun drinking a fingernail, Scott.
Yummy.
Tasty, tasty. Okay. So you head home, Johan?
Yeah.
And I guess we'll take another break as night settles and the town is live with action as everyone prepares for the siege tomorrow night. Thank you guys very much for watching part 2, and we'll be back shortly with part 3, probably the last part. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.